Hey, welcome to Coffee, 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 your place for average Joe coffee reviews. Today, we are doing a blind taste test of instant coffees for Kayla to try because she is more verbose when it comes to opinions on certain things. You have a deeper vocabulary that allows you to express yourself far more than mine, where I just say, that's not good.
Okay.
All right. So the three instant coffees in no particular order that we are reviewing are Nescafe's Taster's Choice Original House Blend, Starbucks via Instant Starbucks Blonde Roast, Veranda Blend, and Great Values Classic Roast. Okay? She doesn't know. Have you even had any of these, or you just smelled some?
I smelled the Great Value one when you were drinking it for our trivia challenge.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so the way that we've prepared these is per the instructions on the packaging, which is basically the coffee and then the hot water. And I stirred it.
How much coffee?
Packets. These are packets, okay? And then the Great Value is one slightly rounded teaspoon. Okay?
So there we go.
With the same amount of water. And then Kayla does drink her coffee with cream, or half and half. So I've got 2 tablespoons of half and half in each. And we shall begin. You can go in whatever order you would like.
Left
All
to
right.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. It's pretty hot. It smells pretty nice. How does it taste? Okay, so that is... It's not terrible. It's...
Okay.
It doesn't... Well, let's see. It kind of has a powdery... kind of like cocoa powder. That's kind of what I'm... But it's not terrible. Like, I don't think I would know that this is instant. If somebody just handed me this and said, here's a cup of coffee. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Like, there's no like, oh, that's disgusting. It's just like... No
instantaneous, no.
There's no instantaneous like, oh, that's a delicious cup of coffee. But there's no... Yeah, that's...
Well, stop drinking that one and move on to the next one.
Okay, yeah. So I would say kind of like cocoa-y. That's the main thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2.
Yeah. Smells a little bit different. Doesn't smell great. Like kind of a, I don't know, beany kind of. What is it about this one? I'm not as much of a fan. Let's see.
Sound like somebody on House Hunters. Not a big fan of tile floors.
Like the first sip I didn't really like, but this, it has a little bit more of a roasty kind of flavor than that one did. Yeah, I gotta say, so far, like I'm really pleasantly surprised because I was dreading this. I thought instant coffee, this is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be like really, really, really bad. But it's really not bad. Smoky kind of maybe flavor on that one. Kind of smoky. Okay.
So 2 down, 1 to go. Who will be the champion?
Right.
Are any of them really worth it?
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. That has a different kind of smell. Not unpleasant, but... Now this one, I think I like the best.
Well.
I don't know. It's not bad. It's it also has that kind of a smoky thing going on, kind of like that one did. So all 3 of these are, to me, are very similar. Like there's not one that's completely offensive or even to me remotely offensive, which
very
is
interesting.
I'm very surprised. Like because I know one of these is Great Value,
right.
And so like I really thought that one would be obvious that it was terrible because of your experience. I think if I was just going to have to pick one.
You do. That's the point.
I think this one tastes the most like regular coffee.
Okay.
These two are not bad, but they do have this kind of smoky something going on. That this one seems more like a traditional cup, like a traditional cup of coffee. So that I'm going with A.
You don't know if that's A.
Oh, well,
you just know it's the first one.
It's the far left coffee.
Right.
So which one
All right.
is it?
Well, let's look underneath it without spilling it on ourselves to see which cup it is. And it is actually
it is A.
The letter A. And according to my card, because I can't even remember which letter was which.
It's like a double blind.
Well, not really. That's just my memory.
Yeah. Oh,
Starbucks.
interesting.
Veranda. It's the blonde roast.
Okay.
The Starbucks instant coffee is instant coffee and micro ground coffee, which the best I can understand is instant. The way that they produce or create instant coffee is they roast the beans, brew the beans, and then they extract the brew into like a thick thing that ends up being frozen and then broken up into granules and then dehydrated. And then it's instant coffee. And then also micro ground coffee, which I think is just very, 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 very finely ground coffee.
Okay.
So there is some non-instant inside this instant coffee.
Right. Yeah.
What was your number 2? Who does number 2 work for?
It's very close. Let's see. I think maybe there's a little bit more cream. I mean, I know that there's the same amount of cream, but this one is a little bit
Could be
lighter.
a lighter coffee, perhaps. Maybe. Which I'll point out, that's very interesting because the Starbucks is a blonde roast and the same amount of cream, but it's the darkest coffee. It is
the darkest one, yeah. I think this is my second favorite. Second place, yeah.
And this is actually C, and I didn't commit to memory those letters on there.
Oh.
Great value.
Great value. Interesting.
Yes, classic roast is your number 2. So that means your least favorite of these 3 is probably the most popular. The Nescafe Taster's Choice House Blend.
I gotta say, I can understand why people like that. Like, like some people really like that's like what they say they go with.
Right.
Taster's Choice.
Yeah.
And
well, that's the name of it.
Well, I mean, but what I mean is, I have heard people say Taster's Choice is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I get it because it's good.
Well, very interesting. Yeah. So what we're going to try now is we are going to take Kayla's favorite coffee, their favorite instant of these 3, and we are going to prepare it in a little different way to see if it's even better. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to take an empty mug. We're going to put the coffee powder or granules into the mug, then add a little bit of half and half, stir it up, and then heat it for about 30 seconds in the microwave. Then add the water and see, does that make a difference? And we're back with the mug as explained just previously before the cut. So here we are. So we're going to see what Kayla thinks about this different preparation method.
So this is a lot more like trouble. Would you say? I mean,
well, I mean, it's more steps, obviously. Yeah. As opposed to just putting the coffee in and the hot water. This was, as I said, putting the coffee in with the milk and then heating it up and then adding the water.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a difference. I mean, this one's a little bit hotter now. So, this really does taste like a traditional cup of coffee. So maybe I would say there's like a little bit, it makes it a little bit better.
Right.
And but I'm very practical, so I would go with the easy preparation.
Yeah, if you're going to do instant, then just do it that way.
Yeah, I would like just a hint more pain in this. But I mean, but really, like if somebody served me this coffee, I would not think of it as instant. I would be like, this is just a regular cup.
Oh, well, that's good to know in case the apocalypse comes, right? And we need some instant
Inevitably,
coffee. Which it seemed like also you would probably be okay with this.
Yeah, I think I could survive on that.
Or even Folgers or something like that. Yeah. Big canister of instant coffee from Folgers.
Right, yeah.
As long as you can make it.
So what is the difference? I mean, like, why do people choose instant? Is it just because you don't have to have any equipment? I think that's...
Well, there's no equipment.
You do have to have hot water.
You can boil hot water on the stove.
Or on a campfire.
Or on a campfire, right? Instant is light. It's easy to carry around.
That's true.
And it doesn't have to... There's no wait time as long as you have hot water.
Right, yeah.
I think there are some people who don't drink coffee, but they want to keep instant coffee in the house for people who do drink coffee.
Yeah. And I think, if you just want to keep something on hand, I think any of those would be fine.
Yeah, there's that episode of Seinfeld where Mr. Bookman comes.
Would you like a cup of tea?
You got any coffee?
Coffee?
Yeah, coffee.
No, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, you don't drink coffee? How about instant coffee?
No, I don't have.
You don't have any instant coffee?
Well, I don't normally.
Who doesn't have instant coffee?
I don't.
You buy a jar of Folgers crystals, you put it in a cupboard, you forget about it. And later on, when you need it, it's there. It lasts forever. It's freeze-dried. Freeze-dried crystals.
Really, I'll have to remember that.
All right, well, good. I'm glad that we did this, and I'm glad that you did it more than me.
Right.
I'm imagining that black coffee
I think black
is
would
a
be-
little bit different
it'd be
because
less
when I had
forgiving.
it on the video where I had the donuts or the instant coffee,
Yeah.
it was not good.
Yeah.
This was not good.
Right, yeah.
to
Although
enjoy.
I wonder, maybe we should try it
You
again.
might have made it too strong, perhaps. You did that on purpose.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this taste test. And until next time.
Keep grinding.